Ooh.
Ooh.
How much Motrin do I need for this head-splitting headache?
Exactly. The pain in your head is at the highest it's ever been, to the point where you should know that it is distracting. On your turns, you're going to suffer certain penalties. It's at a point where even keeping your eyes open, moving, is difficult to concentrate on. On your turns, Marilee, you're going to only be able to take one action or bonus action, not both. From the moment Lilith appeared, as long as she's within your view, you swear you hear a ringing sound, this devastating noise in your head, this feeling of your skin crawling as if your body's trying to fight back. You're fighting against a fight-or-flight instinct to even stay where you are, as her influence on you is at a peak much higher than it has been before. As Lilith steps forward towards all of you, one of her feet leaves the ground, her wings very dramatically unfurl, spread out to the sides, and she begins to float just slightly above the ground. As I described before, the chain, the whip that she keeps on her body, made of these connected reddish-pink segments, begins to wind and move as if it has a life of its own in a very serpentine manner. And you see her flick one of her hands, grip it back together, and arcane daggers made of pinkish energy appear between each of her fingers. You see a relatively sadistic smile spread across her face. Her chin turns up a bit at the group as she begins to slowly drift forward. Oh, that's cool. All right, has everybody rolled? That's pretty good. So we got a 23 and a 22 in there.
She's going first.
I wasn't gonna build it. She is, though. She's going first.
They always do!
I don't know what to tell you. It's true. She, once again, the tip of one of her feet comes down and just barely touches the ground, and as soon as it does, Lilith launches forward at full speed towards you, moving much faster through the air than you would have given her credit for. What? She moves forward with all the dexterity of an assassin. You're not 10 feet down, Gino.
Silly Gino.
They knocked him into the ground, what? Look at all the damage he took.
Gino's just like clipping into the ground.
As you rush forward, Gino, as you try to get up, the serpentine whip that surrounds her, which I will henceforth refer to as the Serpent of Lust, it begins to coil and wind around her arm, detaches from it. She turns her body, and rather than strike at you with it like a whip, the end of it, this blade hanging from the end, seems to just fire towards you with fast enough that there's a sound that echoes almost a gunshot as it launches at you. An attack.
What was that?
Was that Barry or was that you?
That was me.
Okay.
You said sound that carries throughout the...
I know why you did it, Spencer. I understand what you just did.
That's gonna get a highlight, right?
Oh no.
Reality reasserts itself.
Reality reasserts it's man, I'm sure glad we spent 22 episodes building up towards that joke. So it hits Gino.
Oh no!
Whenever it hits,
I wanna try.
Whenever it hits, as it strikes you, the clatter of it hitting your skin is not the first thing that you notice. You notice that as it strikes you, you feel this throbbing pain in your head that echoes through your body. You're going to take psychic damage as opposed to... No! You take 19 points of psychic damage, and as it hits you, you're going to have to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, well.
We're so
Bye,
dead.
Look at my I really wish I weren't here right now button.
As it hits you, it winds around you, and the various segments on it drag themselves along your armor. There's this very faint, pinkish, almost vapor that comes off of it, as a certain hallucinogenic compound on the whip works its way into you. As it does, you're not charmed, but you do find yourself overwhelmed with an unpredictable torrent of different emotions that come surging in such a way that you find yourself disoriented. Kaboom. I'm sorry to start it off this way, Gino. You are, unfortunately, going to be paralyzed.
No!
Have fun, guys.
She's only got the one
overwhelmed
attack,
by
though, right?
lust. Holy moly.
What even is that for Gino?
Gino is so downed freaking charged battery.
It's a plethora of many feelings at once, but you do find that the more sensuous thoughts do seem to be intrusively entering into them, followed by different chaotic elements. Your own memories come surging back and then are invaded by intrusive thoughts of Lilith in particular. As they do, the thoughts, as confusing as they are to you, they distract you enough that you are paralyzed. They then take their hand and they're going to cast 2 of the arcane daggers they're holding. They're going to target Arden and Nicolo.
Said they cast them counterspell.
They don't, you fool! It's a word that means... Can you counterspell a fisherman?
Yes.
Arden.
If I try hard enough.
Arden, as one of them flies towards you, you bring up your glaive and you deflect it. The arcane dagger strikes away. It does miss. Nicolo.
Fuck, how?
Same with you, Nicolo. As it goes towards you, bring up your blades, you strike it, both of you hit them, the daggers go up into the air, they strike each other having been deflected, and they crack and crumble into arcane bits of powder before disappearing. Alright.
God? Malsumus? Are you helping us?
Are you here?
This too is...
Malsumus is with us.
This too is Gluskop. She once again sets down on the ground as if she was leaping, almost as if to insinuate she couldn't fly, and then she's going to move straight up. She's going to rise up to 25 feet. Style points and style actions, friends. Oh. Special fight things! Just to go over them for anybody who might be listening at home. Actions you can take. There's one that is currently hidden. Using style to gain style points. If you break free of being charmed without using style points to do so, you gain 2 style points. If you take any actions that cause another creature's charmed effect to end, you gain 1 style point. On each of your turns, you may take the dash action by spending 1 style point. This is without consuming an action. When you do, your high and long jump distances are doubled. If you take the attack action against a target while in the air, while you are jumping or falling, you can take them all. And by that, just to be clear, you know how often if you're like, you jump at a creature, I'm like, you can make 1 attack against them before you fall back down? Mm-hmm. If you do that this way, you can effectively hover while you complete your action. Otherwise, you can spend 1 style point to call it to another creature. They make a wisdom save against an effect charming them. If you spend 2 points, they have advantage. If you are charmed at the start of your turn, you may spend 1 style point to take your turn normally without acting under the influence of the effect making you charmed, but your attack and rolls and ability checks have disadvantage. And out of the air, if you hit Lilith with a weapon or spell attack, you can spend 2 style points to reduce her flying speed to 0 and cause her to harmlessly descend to the ground. And she cannot regain her flying speed until she succeeds a DC 15 con save at the start of each of her turns.
Now that I'm no longer in this situation, I believe in you guys fully.
So, Theo, you hear a lot of this happen, and you hear the clatter of what happens out there, and then step out, and you see that Lilith has appeared in the battlefield.
I'm gonna shoot her with Magistrate. Alright, pray for me.
As you do, she's going to use her reaction. As that happens, as you raise up your weapon, and as you go to fire at her, you shoot, and then the moment just before it makes contact, you see her body, this pinkish arcane energy coats it. You see the serpent of lust coil around her, and she seems to vanish for a second, but in the place of where she was, I'd like you to roll your damage against Nicolo.
Son of a bitch!
Oh no!
Oh no, she can do the jutsu! I was gonna say, like, Logan, I rolled so good!
As it happens, Nicolo, there's a sensation as you feel something grasp onto your arm, and you look down towards it, and you see that seemingly phasing in, just appearing through this little hole cut in reality beside you, the serpent of lust winding around your arm. It quickly pulls you in, you vanish, and switch place immediately with Lilith. And then, Nicolo, you take 8 damage thanks to your armor.
And then plummet.
I'd like you to roll me a dexterity save. 18, good enough. As you fall, you get hit by it. You move through the air from the impact of the bullet hitting you. You manage to catch yourself and land without suffering any damage or falling prone.
That's not good.
So sorry.
Keep on her.
I'm trying. I'm gonna target Lilith. I'm gonna try to shoot her.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, motherfucker.
As you fire that one, the Serpent of Lust coils and moves, blocking and deflecting the bullet before it hits her.
And why do you only roll well when you're hitting us?
Listen! Shut up, you monster! you bitch!
As Nicolo gets hit and falls to the ground, you hear her let out a very brief chuckle and then just, raucously, just, even without me trying to infiltrate your group, you are still shooting one another. I don't know why I bothered to try to whittle you down.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kick your arse.
I'm gonna fucking dragon surge, bitches.
Yo!
Good thing that she couldn't. Good thing she used her reaction on the other
Thank
one.
God.
You strike. The Serpent of Lust tries to deflect this one, but it gets knocked back and it impacts her along with the shot. She briefly looks distressed, brings her hand up, and flips her hair back as if nothing had happened.
Shoot her again!
I'm trying!
Oh, so close.
Oh.
Well, now we know. Okay. That's all I got in me. Back behind the pillar I go. I'm hiding. This is the game I'm playing.
Yeah.
Between turns, you guys know what's coming. Legendary action.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Serpent of Lust leaves her body. You see it coils around and moves on her arm and off of her, and it seems to vanish into thin air. As it does, you see all these pinkish little Gate of Babylon style mini like rippling portals appear in a 20-foot radius sphere centered. Within that area, the chain links of the Serpent of Lust coil and begin firing out of these little gates and then disappearing into other ones, coiling around the entirety of the area in such a way that it is almost entirely filled with them. That area is going to become difficult terrain. You guys are not hurt by the initial effect, but you feel like you're so tightly bound by these many chain-like coils that are moving, just barely missing parts of your body, that if you were to try to move through them, it would be hazardous to you.
I would like to, if I could, use a style point to use a shadow flash.
Yeah, and this whole room is technically in dim light, so you can do that to appear wherever you wish to. You can do that, yeah. That's
hell yeah! I was gonna go over here, but if the whole room's dim light, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the entire room is dimly lit.
I would like to, as soon as Nicolo sees that he has any trouble at all moving, he is going to use the shroud to appear right between Lilith and Marilee.
All right, the shadow, as that happens, as the coils bind you all in place, you find your arm scrapes up against part of you. Feel how sharp the segments of the Serpent of Lust are. And rather than move through it, your body is covered in a shadowy cloaked aura, and you just, it vanishes and appears next to Lilith.
You get away from her! I'm gonna activate a Hunter's Mark on her.
All right.
We'll go with an attack with Machiavelli's Pain.
Okay. That's a hit. As you strike towards her, she takes 29 points of damage.
Oh.
He will then go for a second attack with Machiavelli's Pain.
Mm-hmm. You deal another 20 points of damage.
If he could do more, he would, but right now he's just glaring.
Oh, by the way, Marilee, you're on deck.
And that would be him.
All right. So because you started your turn within the coils and ended outside of it, Nicolo, gain a style point.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm back up! Let's go!
Arden, you see her after she takes the attacks by Nicolo. She stops, and her stature becomes, for a second, rigid, and stands up straight, flourishes out. You notice that she tilts her head towards you, and your eyes very briefly meet. I am gonna need you to make a saving throw for me, of the wisdom variety.
Quick, Arden, turn on your hair on protagonist.
Turn on my what?
Do not notice her advances. Be ignorant to them.
To unlock my inner harem protagonist.
Despite her distance from you, you hear her whispering as if in your ear.
You are the one who has connections to Mundus, yes? More so than anyone, I'd rather not be bothered by you, so if you could, sweetie, sit this one out.
You succeed like a champion!
Yo!
Oh, thank goodness.
Go!
What?
That's perfect.
Perhaps that's what I should have expected.
Anyways, that's the plot of Land Before Time 8.
Wait, you've been talking this entire time, Manny?
Well, you weren't listening?
No, I was.
Marilee.
Yes.
You did roll a saving throw against the ongoing effect in your head, and you did succeed. That was a DC 20, and you succeeded against it. However, it does not remove the effect. I'd like you to do something for me. As it happens, you brace against it. You feel something within you trying to fight back and make its claim against the influence that Lilith has on you. I'd like you to roll me another charisma saving throw.
Yo!
24.
Just bear with me. I'm going to ask you to do this several times. I have reasons. As you fight against it again, you push through it. You can act normally on this turn, just so you know, as of that, because you've succeeded it twice in a row. Please roll it again for me. that time, as you try to fight through it, you feel it almost clear out. You feel the ability to assert your own dominance over the effect Lilith has had on you. You feel like you're becoming used to it enough that you could fully suppress it. But unfortunately, in that moment, you see her try to influence Arden. You briefly notice the state that Gino's in, the coils that are binding that side of the group, and that moment of distraction stops you from completely eliminating the effect. That said, it is your turn. You can act normally, regardless of the penalty I mentioned earlier.
First, we are going to move here. So, this is where my Nene one trick pony comes in. And I use a style point to use Red Collider because I will probably lose this later if I don't use it now.
Gotcha.
Fair.
So I'm going to do it in Lilith's I'm gonna hit her with it.
And our general manager, got it. She fails!
And she fails the save, which means she takes. That's the save again. You damage.
Rushing forward, you create the flames. You put your hand out. A wave of fire erupts towards her. As it does, she puts her hand out and almost tries to grasp the beginning of the cone as if to try to snuff it out. And it does burn her, but she manages to crush the starting flame in her hand. You see she doesn't take full damage. She takes half. As she does, she, again, looks very amused with herself. There is a constant, relatively sardonic smile on her face over the course of doing this. You get the sense that she is having the sort of fun a person would have when playing with children. She doesn't seem to take you seriously.
But does she take this prone?
She would...
Does she take my hot prone?
That's, hold on, real quick. How funny would it be if I'd written that the succubus is immune to being prone? Nope, she does. You can go and apply to her. As she does, there's a very brief second at the end where you cause the snuffed flame to erupt forward. It causes her to release her grip on the spot where it was emanating from, and the sudden blast of flame does push her back, and she does fall prone.
Get her. Get her.
We're gonna say that to you, Arden. Get her. She's prone. You also get her. They're prone.
We will, even though my head is drawing a blank right now, I want to do Vicious Mockery, but my head is a blank right now. But that's okay, because we're a dancer. So we're going to do Vicious Mockery. We're going to hope that she's stupid.
Vicious
She
twerking.
succeeds.
No.
Damn it.
Unfortunately, the red is natural and not the result of a bunch of chemicals seeping into her brainstem. I think that's me.
Emmanuel, you'd be up next. But between rounds, she's going to use her last of her legendary actions. Actually, no, she would have 2 more. She's going to use a legendary action. She's going to take movement. Half of it will be spent standing. She moves, she shifts, she does something of like a flip backwards to get up. And then she is going to try to move 15 feet into the air.
Oh, I'm a hitter.
Go ahead.
You'd hit that?
I'm about to.
That's
I apparently had advantage.
That's a hit. Oh, sorry, I had to mark this prone. Drop the second 11. You still would have hit. I just gotta take prone off of her. You strike. As you do, as she moves away, she takes 19 points of damage.
Can I do a thing? Can I use 2 style points to reduce her speed to 0?
Her fly speed?
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to.
I will use 2 style points so that we can bring her flying speed to 0, and she cannot get it back until she makes a DC 15 saving throw on her turn.
Oh, thank you so much.
As you do that, she would then still have the 15 feet of movement, because she wouldn't have taken it. She is instead going to use it to go boom, boom, boom. As you strike one of her wings and you damage it, you see the material on it begin to restore itself. The lace fabric that makes up the sinew on her wings begins to weave itself back together. But as she sees that, she quickly shifts, moves around Marilee, and moves off back behind her.
That sword that you picked up is not very pleasant. I should think you're the first person I'm going to have to deal with.
Let's see if you can.
Oh, trust me, I've dealt with bigger than you.
She said you're short.
Emmanuel, it is your turn. Gino, you're on deck.
I'm going to attempt to walk out of this.
As soon as you move the first 5 feet, you're going to take damage. Come on, where is it? You take 5 slashing damage as you push your way through. Your clothes and skin get caught on the various barbs, and as they feel you pressing against them, they seem to move to try to aggravate the slashes as they rake and pull against your skin. Do you want to keep moving after the first square?
Yes.
Alright, you're going to take it one more time. You pull yourself out again, you get to the edge. We'll say that you're effectively out at that point.
Ow. Anyways, have you seen Jimmy Neutron? Brain blast.
It'd be funny if she was just like, actually, yes, I really enjoy.
Which spell are you casting?
Casting Rolithim Psychic Lance. I blast energy out from my forehead to a creature I can see. On a failed save, they take 76 psychic damage and are incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
She is going to use a legendary resistance to succeed against that.
I'll mark half.
Yep.
We got rid of one at least.
She takes 9 points of damage as you use that on her. She briefly grasps her head as if in pain, opens her eye. You see a fiendish glow as her eye is glowing a slightly brighter shade of yellow than it had been.
And he's pretty tall, I'll have you know.
Thank you, Manny.
You've not seen what he's packing.
What? He's got a big gun, it's right there.
I had forgotten how dangerous you were, despite being a child. I need you to do me a favor, young boy.
You're going to have to make a charisma save, Emmanuel.
Okay.
Nat20 that shit.
You succeed!
Yes!
Oh,
You hear her whispering something into your head, and reactively, Emmanuel, you just start thinking intentionally intrusive thoughts to drown out whatever it is. You don't even hear what she says. You just start... It just cuts to the inside of your head, and the opening theme to Jenny Neutron is blaring over whatever she's trying to say.
Start thinking, are the Grubhub commercials actually an alternate reality for Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I really like it. Oh, that was a really good theory. I really love MatPat. It's crazy how he's still doing stuff 5 years later. He doesn't look a day older. See, like Patrick Stewart, he doesn't age.
Just a tangent.
That Ollie looks just like
There's
him.
just like a look over at him. There's like a look over at him. Lilith like has like a single eye twitch.
There's just a moment of nothing happening, and then just Emmanuel like dead eye looking at her. Just what?
I don't like that Theo's back on deck because of the person that goes before Theo.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, you right.
Go get her, babe.
I'm not gonna unpack that now. I'm going to pull out one of my mutagens. I'm going to drink the shielded mutagen. Gives me resistance to slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yeah. I'm going to start making my way out. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to... You need to move 15 feet to get there, so it's going to happen 3 times. You resist it down to 0.
Nice.
Because your armor also reduces it. As you push forward, see, this is the modern armor thing. It makes up for the lack of AC. I think.
Yeah.
I think it balances.
Mm-hmm.
It happens again. Literally, okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I rolled a 6 and it was reduced to 0. You make it. This doesn't affect you.
Yay! That's amazing. Can I shoot her twice? I can't reach her from where I am.
Yeah, if you have that many attacks, you can shoot her twice.
Bang.
You fire. That misses.
Bang.
You fire again. That hits.
Hooray!
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, bang.
You already did the movement thing, so I'm not gonna bother doing that. Oh, so close to a 10.
It's really good damage though.
You deal 18
it's
points
good
of damage. She nat 20s against the flight issue. So as she gets hit by your attack, she skids back on the ground and then lifts up off of it. Flies 20 feet up into the air. As she does, she's going to end the effect that is causing the Serpent of Lust to coil around the area. As she does, you see it once again warp in through one of those rippling gates as if it splashes out of thin air, wraps back around her arm. As she does, she brings her hand up, it coils, it surges down toward Nicolo. That is a nat 1. As it goes towards you, you duck back out of the way, bring your blade down, hit it. You try to sever it. As you do, it vanishes. It dissolves into vapor and reforms before you can cut the Serpent of Lust in half. But it does fail to hit you.
Malsumus is here. Malsumus is protecting us.
She is then going to make 2 arcane dagger attacks. The first one is going to be, they're going to be against, again, Nicolo, and they're going to be against Arden.
Why me? I did nothing.
You shot her a bunch.
You did 18 points. That's not nothing.
She hits both of you.
Basically nothing.
Brings her weapon up. As she throws them as they hit you, you hear this almost banshee-like wail in your head as they come towards you. You're going to take, each of you, you each take 23 points of damage, reduced to 17 for Arden and 19 for Nicolo. A large part of it is psychic damage. The majority is psychic damage. She turns, she flies over the group, heading back towards around the middle of the room. You see her body take on this. It's not the same quality as when a blur spell is cast, but you see, as she moves, this ghostly after image follows her, and then as she comes to a stop and turns back towards the group, these ghostly after images following her begin to act as if they're taking movements she's not. But they do seem to be overlapping with her where she is.
Perhaps you did not hear me when I said it before. Young boy, I need you to...
And we're going to see if she's going to try the same thing on you again, Emmanuel. You fail this time.
No!
Oh no.
You cut off Jimmy Neutron!
Oh.
You bitch!
Oh no. You need to run away.
Oh no!
You're in danger.
You're in danger.
That damaging magic that you are so efficient at, I would like you to channel as much of it as possible into your polearm-wielding friend beside you.
Use your reaction. I'd like you to cast Inflict Wounds at the highest level possible on Arden.
Alright.
Manny!
I'll start with that.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, goodbye, Arden.
Alright, so it's only 3rd level.
For those listening at home, he nat 20!
Take off, your Spencer gets crit on.
So that's
Arden always knew Emmanuel was going to be the death of him.
What would that be? It'd be 3 extra die on top of base.
1610 of necrotic damage!
Because it's 3 at base level plus 2. So you'll be taking all in all 10d. Let me just edit this. I'll just put a 2 there.
Can I just die from massive damage?
Goodbye, Arden.
Goodbye, everybody! Ah.
Oh no!
You reach out your hand, you grab him by the back, Arden. You have a moment of noticing what's going on. You just have this intense feeling of danger as you see Manny with a somewhat blank and vacant look on his face. It tries faintly to speak something at you. Necrotic energy fills your body, and you, I'm gonna move you, because I feel like flavor-wise, you are blasted partially away. Your glaive clatters to the Caliber Hound clatters to the ground.
Can I just take a death save fail from that?
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna tell you not to.
Do it.
I'm gonna tell you not to.
No balls, Arden. Do it.
I feel like that's what I deserve.
That would have almost instantly killed me.
You all hear just out loud, Lilith.
There's a good boy. Thank you.
Marilee, you succeeded the first of those automatic saves. I'd like you to please make me another charisma save as the pain in your head begins to come back again. Seeing Nicolo endangered in this way, you don't have the directness of mind to be able to fight against it. So unfortunately on this
Jen,
turn...
it's my fault!
On this turn, you will only get an action or a bonus action, but not both.
I hope Manny doesn't kill us all.
We all knew it was gonna happen someday.
I thought it would be an accident.
The only thing I can think of is to maybe use Tasha's on Manny so that he can get attacked by an imaginary tickle monster. and not be able to do anything, but I don't know if it works that way. If I can counter,
it would incapacitate me.
so I'm going to do Tasha's on Manny in an attempt to make him snap and you stop it. Stop.
Manny fails.
Yes!
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh shit! I'll kill you all.
That was very terrifying. I didn't like that.
Just stomps on the floor, dramatically points at Manny. Pudding!
He said pudding.
Layer action. I'd like everybody who's currently targeting Lilith to please untarget Lilith. That includes Arden, Gino, and Theo, you're not. But anyone who's targeting her, please untarget her. As she begins to move, you know what, I'm gonna let you do this. Spencer, since, you know what, no, the person that's gotten to release this fight. Eric, roll me a d4.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably for the best.
Did I do good?
You did best.
Who's to say?
I'm glad.
You're such a good boy in killing all of us.
Juan Sapphire Dragon shows up.
Hey, at least it's not 4 sapphire dragons.
I think no matter the amount of sapphire dragons, we can be just as upset.
No, you're right.
I don't think that sounds correct.
You see the various images that surround her. The forms, the duplicitous forms, illusory forms that seem to be moving alongside her, split apart. And you see Lilith's body seems to phase into 2 Liliths that move apart from one another. As soon as they do, they give each other this very sardonic, flirtatious smirk as they seem to check themselves out briefly. And then the 2 Liliths that appear split off in different directions as the 2 scatter. If you destroy one of Lilith's doppelgangers, you get 1 style point. That is a layer action. So, as that happens, they split apart. They seem virtually indistinguishable from one another. If it's an illusion, it is a convincing one. As this happens, Manny, it becomes your turn. The charm effect immediately ends at the start of your turn.
Alright, well, I am incapacitated, so I can't do anything.
Tasha's hideous laughter does not.
Oh.
Well.
God, Arden, please get up.
I will say, Marilee, if you wanted to drop concentration on it, you can just do that. So you could stop.
Let Manny act as normal.
You could stop Tasha's-ing him if you wish to.
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow him to murder the rest of the party.
I love the
There
Hooray!
you go.
You are prone though, Emmanuel.
Hey, pudding isn't funny at all. And I don't want to kill you guys.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to use fantasy to get Arden back up. Oh, we're good. Who did this to you?
I'll kill you! You didn't think I was gonna chop off your hand before! No!
Marilee, he's sharp! You're gonna kill him! Shoot him, Marilee!
I'll deal with you later! You're charmed! Boy!
This is my favorite fight.
And, it's 10 feet. I'm gonna use 5 feet of movement.
You haven't left my range yet. You're very lucky.
I am so...
You wouldn't.
You don't have the grapes.
I think he does, though.
Arden.
You didn't have the fucking buzz. Don't you fucking dare.
You hear...
Stay away from me, you madman.
You hear both of the Liliths talking in tandem briefly.
Spawned Mundus, it might be nice to keep you as a pet. If you make yourself entertaining, I may be willing to do so. But first...
I'm going to make a roll against you. You're going to make a charisma save.
Wow. Nat 20, boys. Here we go.
Come on.
You fail.
Exactly.
Oh,
If you
wasn't
would-
a nat 12? Damn.
If you would
Yeah.
be so kind as to stand and show that young man that that is not the way that he should treat his friends.
I'm gonna cut off his fucking hand just for you.
Oh, I feel like I'm not even charming him.
This is really
This
easy.
just happens, and like she attacks him, and she just raises her hands. She's like, I didn't even tell him what to do yet. You are charmed. I would like you to please. The directness of the psychic command you're being given is to stand and make an attack with as damaging as you could make it against Emmanuel.
Okay. I hope I crit.
You
Oh
see,
my God.
one of the Liliths, one of the Liliths takes a position in the air as if they're sitting, crosses their legs, and just watches as you attack Manny.
One attack on Manny. Coming up.
Manny, Tiny
that
Sorcerer Boy does a 21 hit. Yeah. And you can play it as you want to, but part of the command is to put as much on it as you can, just so you know.
I don't have anything to put on it, is the thing.
It is what it is then. Go ahead.
Could I have, like, bonus actioned it? Like, so I could put, like,
This
a
command
right
doesn't
on
give
it,
you your
or no?
bonus action. So luckily...
Then, yeah, that's all I have.
Okay.
Stop trying to do more
that.
damage, Spencer.
It's the command. It's what it is.
I'm playing.
You get stabbed, Manny. You take 16 points of damage. Marilee, you see
I'm
Lilith
aiming for that hand as well.
Marilee, you catch a look in his eyes. You notice that same pinkish glow that seems to affect the demonic servants Lilith brought before, and seems to be indicative of her influence. You notice it in Arden's eyes as they glow a soft pinkish color as he makes this attack. So that's that. Gino, time for you to make a save. You succeed!
Yes! I can fight!
Oh, thank Christ!
It's Chris.
One of the
Die, Manny!
One of the Lilith looked down to you, Gino, and seeing you move,
I was hoping you would not get involved, but I did bring something for you to play for.
Oh no.
play with.
Oh, you fucked it up.
You see a ripple in front of you as this flaming fissure breaks apart the space before you. You see this large, what looks like a relatively humanoid, monkey-like hand covered in red fur comes out through this crack, this fiery tear in front of you, and then another, and then begins ripping it apart as this massive, red, heavily furred creature begins to pull itself out, looming tall over you, Gino.
Oh my
As
god.
you see...
There's already an extra Lilith. Do we really need...
Oh, this fucking thing.
Well, Gino, you have this!
As you see this pull itself out and stand in front of you, looming tall over you, it brings up one of its massive fists after letting out a colossal roar that shakes the foundation you're standing on. It is going to go ahead and it's going to make some attacks against you.
Oh, well, I'm gonna get knocked unconscious. Cool. Alright, here we go.
Brings
Here
up
we
its
go.
fist, tries to punch you, strikes towards you. The first one misses.
Okay.
The second one strikes again. That one also misses.
Yay!
It brings its massive fangs down and tries to bite you. As it does, that also misses.
I'm so glad we gave you that fucking shield.
Telemonia seems to conjure itself independently of your will, and every time it hits you, it just appears and absorbs the blow as it hits it. As you notice, Telemonia seems to be acting with a general sort of personality it didn't have before, and you just hear in the back of your head, I apologize, but I have taken the liberty of seizing control of some of your reactive subsystems, Gino. I hope you don't mind.
No, it's cool.
You should probably get away from that. It's big. I don't want to die in your head. With that, Arden, you would cease being charmed at the start of your turn.
Do I get
Also, I'm gonna
do I
give
get
him a
2
heal.
style points?
Do you get 2 style points?
Because I broke free from being charmed
You
without
didn't
the
break
use of
free.
style
The effect just ended.
There you go. There's a 5.
Listen, you're not giving us many chances for that one, so I had to grasp.
It is what it is.
There's some health, Arden. Good
They're
boy.
in the air, and I can't do anything to them.
Shoot them.
So I guess I'll just keep attacking, man. No. I'm gonna wander on over to this Balgora here. I'm going to drink my reconstruction mutagen.
Problems away.
I know. I was waiting for you to just leave it there.
Like, man, you haven't
What?
been sharing
You're
shit.
I'm going to drink my problems away.
Yeah, I mean that's the plan.
I think I immediately had too much. I'm seeing double Liliths.
I woke up and there were double Liliths. I don't know what happened. That's my bonus action, so I'm just gonna attack it twice.
I'm not gonna complain, but I'm also kinda gonna complain.
You attack. That's a crit! You gained your style points. Roll damage.
Give me death for you. Oh!
You deal 29 points.
Do I get a style point?
No, because it automatically maxes them. I believe. Remember.
It only does it for one though, right?
For the crit die, it does, but not for the.
We don't
yeah.
usually get
I-
anything for
I-
extra ones, do we?
I guess so. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey.
I'll take it. I'll take anything. All right, and then I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. That's a hit.
Nice.
And I get a style point because I hit it with both a melee and ranged attack.
Yep. And you get another style point because you rolled another 10.
Hell yeah, get it.
I think it re-rolled from a 1 to a 10.
Oh my god! Nobody knock me out!
All right, I'm going to
Arden,
need
quick.
everyone to stay at least 15 feet away.
Nobody fucking touch me!
You do see, as the one that's near you is going to, looks like it goes to attack you. It shifts down shifts down towards you. I can't talk today. As she moves to you, you see the
Does it enter
serpent.
my range?
Yes, she would.
Make her lose that fly speed, boy.
Explodes.
Day.
That's a hit.
Yes.
You deal 13 points of damage as you hit it. It feels real. You don't know which one is the real one, but it feels real. You assume you deal 13 points of damage. Are you doing anything extra on that?
I can't. So,
The fly speed?
Well, her speed is reduced to 0 anyway because Sentinel.
They
That's
feel
very true.
real? Or it?
Yep.
She feel real? Do they feel real? Are they real? They're not real.
Oh, they're real. As you hit her, she uses her momentum to continue down to where she was heading anyways. She plummets, she hits the ground. You see the Serpent of Lust begins coils around all three of the creatures that are there, and it raises like a scorpion stinger, and it looks like it's about to attack you, Gino. As it does, you become immediately aware of a separate one attacking you from behind. The other one is going to attack you, and as it does, it is going to have advantage because another one of them is beside you.
Happy days.
It has pack tactics.
Hold on, I'm gonna
She
look
has
at my
self tactics, thanks.
Oh.
I think I'm gonna use 8-fold shield. Well, I guess I can do it if once it's determined if she hits.
Alrighty, we're gonna determine if she hits. Yes, she does. She definitely hits.
Then I am definitely doing it.
I
I don't think it'll matter.
Tell the
but,
class what it does.
As a bonus action or reaction to being targeted by an effect or attack, you can spend 1 or more style points to create a translucent shield of demonic energy that appears when you are struck. At the start of each of your turns, whatever. The shield reduces all damage you take by 5 points, plus 2 for each style point after the first, but I'm only using 1, so.
Okay, so it's gonna reduce the damage taken. Please apply it to yourself. As it strikes you, psychic damage coming at you. You take none.
Let's go!
However, you do need. No, I'm sorry. The Serpent of Lust already did that to you, and you broke free from it. You are immune to the Serpent of Lust's toxins. You're good.
Hell yeah.
So it hits
Fuck
you.
yeah.
You put your hand up, and you create this totally not Roias that appears in front of you as Talimonius splits apart, and a shield of demonic energy appears. As the Serpent of Lust collides with it, it tries to wrap around it, but the shield seems to move and phase in front of it to stop it. As that's happening, she laughs briefly, at the failure of her own attack and immediately allows herself to plummet.
Uh-oh.
She lands beside you, Nicolo.
Take fall damage.
she plummets safely. She creates 2 arcane
Plummets into
daggers.
my sword.
She creates 2 arcane daggers that she spins around in her hand, and she's going to attack you with both of them. All right, that hits you. You do take that damage, Nicolo. As she throws it down at you, she lands near you, over you, coming very close to like straddling your now unconscious body. Lands. Looks up briefly toward Marilee. She looks up briefly towards you and Emmanuel, and she is going to rush forward, and she's going to make a claw attack against Emmanuel.
No.
No?
No. Twisting.
All right.
Intervention.
Go ahead and try.
Intervene twistingly.
I'm gonna get rid of the
Instead
little
of
hand.
attacking him, she'll cast Power Word Kill.
We will do... Stop it. Damn it.
She succeeds. As you try to, you find yourself too distracted to properly use it. The claw attack is going to go through. Emmanuel?
It's me anyways.
That's a hit.
Ah, son of a bitch. I mean, gun. I said gun.
Emmanuel.
No, there's no way I was gonna stay up after that one.
You are also hit to the ground and fall.
That is very like humans, though.
She stands up and you see her flick her hand as if trying to get something off it as some of Emmanuel's blood flicks from it onto the ground. She looks over with a relatively unimpressed look towards you, Marilee.
These ones are only humans. You really should have chosen your kind.
As if I had a choice. I sent it a dick in a box.
Arden, you succeeded against her charm effect earlier, right? I believe? No, you failed big time.
no.
You did your attack.
I did.
She is going to turn back towards you, and rather than give you a command, the one that is beside you seems to just very casually move up to you, puts her arms around you, gets very close, almost within distance of kissing you, and just very, just eyes staring deeply into your eyes, just...
I need you to restrain your friend for me. I have other matters to see to.
And you see her eyes shift over towards Marilee.
Do that for me, would you?
And you are going to have to make a charisma save.
Why can't it be wisdom like any other charm?
Oh, sorry, it is wisdom.
Oh,
I'll take it.
It's wisdom for this one. This is her regular charm. You fail.
oh.
There's no hope of me succeeding, so yay.
But you
Well, they can
now, I
use,
will allow you to
Southwest
dictate
to
your
get-
own actions, because I don't want to get in the way of that, but the course of action that Arden feels he has to take is to do anything he can to keep Gino occupied. Marilee, you succeeded one of those saves. You see Arden being affected by this. You see, once again, that pinkish energy flowing around him as he's taken over. You see both Nicolo and Emmanuel laying on the ground, having been taken out. Theo, not able to make much headway. You feel, apart from Theo, isolated in this moment. You manage to find the resolve to break through that first bit. I'd like you to make the charisma save again. Alright, so you will at least... There's this chaos in your head that for a brief moment there's this almost like heartbeat-like rhythm that comes from within you that seems to steady your thoughts. As whatever it was that's trying to fight back against the charm effect that's been affecting you seems to begin, once again, making headway. On this turn, you'll be able to take an action and a bonus action. Make me the save one more time. You have a moment of complete clarity, where Lilith's influence is not in your head, where your human side manages to push through and resist the influence of the first succubus. I want one more charisma save. As you see them down, as you contemplate that most of the party is being turned against them, you feel a warmth inside you that is not what you normally feel from... It is originating from the Flames of Admonishment. You feel the warmth of it inside of you coming over you. It's demonic influence aiding you, trying to push out Lilith's influence on you. And you feel it become more natural. Rather than using Talamonia, rather than borrowing from the power of a demon that you've subdued, you feel as if it begins to sync up with you. You feel as if it's beginning to properly begin to obey you and become second nature. And having seen Lilith and other succubi utilizing other forms, you have a moment where you find you gain more control over your demonic energy. Images of Bastet forming and taking on its larger form. Images of Arden using his devil trigger and becoming his true demonic form spark into your mind. And in this moment of clarity, free from Lilith's control, you try to replicate, and you've become aware that you should have the ability to perform something similar. And would you be willing to use your bonus action to expand on that?
We can try. We will do an attempt.
The save I
We'll
would have
push
asked
the big
for if
red
you
button.
said yes is the one you did. Everybody that's there, that's awake, you see this swirling of purple energy coming from the direction of Marilee. This flickering pink and purple flame begins to affect from where they are as the flames of admonishment appear over where their heart should be, extend out, run along their back, and you see these, what appear to be wings of flame, these butterfly-like wings, erupt out from the back of Marilee. From this point on, Marilee, you will not be affected by the influence that Lilith has over you. You find your eyes become covered for a moment as your body takes on this instantaneous change where your clothes, your armor, your weapons are burned away and replaced with facsimiles. From a demonic form you're taking, you feel lighter. You feel more natural. The rest of you would see Marilee's form change and take on a different skin tone. Her skin tone becomes more similar to Lilith's, more similar to the succubi you'd seen before. But it's different, characterized differently than what you saw of the regular succubi before. You guys see these bands of lace erupt from around them. They have green skin. This blackish armor covers them. Their bust becomes
5 times bigger.
not 5 times bigger, but this almost like crystal-like quality appears on the armor that's supporting your breasts as they glow with this pinkish color. The tips of your hair begin to catch a flame. They turn silver. They catch a flame, and this pinkish fire dances, and your hair slowly flows around you.
Marilee, did you evolve too?
As what look to be butterfly-like wings made of pinkish flame remain behind you, as you see this.
Oh
my god!
Holy shit!
Beautiful. She's also naked.
That's my evening.
I didn't want to say anything.
I'm going to get you the sheet for what this can do. As this happens, Lilith looks over towards you. You see their expression hardens a bit compared to how flirtatious and easygoing they've been. As it happens, they seem to spread their wings out almost as if to try to increase the size of their silhouette.
I was wondering if that might happen. No matter. You are a half-breed, and there is no way you could possibly stand up to the genuine article. But you are free to try.
Now, opening act. It is time for the main show.
As this is the DMC. The light that is within this area, the dim light, changes arbitrarily, seemingly apropos of nothing. It seems to change to take on a combination of reddish and pinkish light, flickering vaguely, and seemingly holding on these two individuals as if spotlighting them.
First off, my child is dead and so is my boyfriend, but, like, the bitch is right there.
You know what?
Yes. Yes.
When the others use their devil triggers, I didn't take their actions for the first time. You can have your bonus action.
Fuck yeah.
I will then use, for the extra and the bonus, I will use both my last 3rd level slots to Healing Word, Nicolo, and, Emmanuel.
Both at 3rd level?
Both at 3rd level, since you said 3rd level or lower, right?
Yep. Emmanuel, you regain 16. And Nicolo, you regain 15.
You know what this means, right?
Both
She
of you-
looks me ever so slightly more than you.
I look over to Emmanuel, just like, Emmanuel, there's no.
I think we're gonna stick to bombastic for now.
Okay. It's nice and
And we're
straightforward.
gonna try to do that one idea where we graze one Lilith and we hit the other one.
Okay.
what-
Which one do you want to hit? You still have no solid indication about which one's real, or if there even is a fake one.
The thing is, though, if there is a real one, she thinks it might be the one closest to her, and not the one that just charmed Arden. But at the same time, if it was a doppelganger, it wouldn't be able to charm Arden as well as the genuine article. So technically, that means that the one that's with Arden is probably the real one. The door that lies is the one that actually tells the truth. So, we're gonna attack the one by Arden.
You knew I was a smart man. You would never put the poison in front of me. But no, I would know that you would never put the poison in front of me.
Are you done? Not even remotely!
So, I will use the style point.
And that one fails. The flames on your wings coil around and center into this singular point of fire on the tip of your finger, which you just casually motion your hand and very graciously flick towards them. It fires. The flames that erupt from this take on the same color as your wings, as opposed to the usual reddish color. It blasts and explodes there. Go ahead and roll that damage against that, Lilith. It takes 37 points of damage. It is reduced. You had seen before they are pretty good against fire damage. As it explodes, afterwards, that Lilith is still there. They're still active. Yeah, so she fails by more than the 5 points, so she would ignite. So you can apply the secondary effect that catches her on fire if you want.
Take that.
As it explodes, she moves away from Arden, who is still charmed. That is not affected. You see that her wings catch a flame. They seem to glow brightly, with as if the lace sinew on her wings is helping to burn and maintain the flames. The other Lilith that is near you looks over their shoulder towards the other one, then back towards you with a venomous look. Rather than acting flirtatiously, they do still have the same style you would expect of Lilith, but you see them take a more combative stance as they seem like they're about to engage with you.
Logan.
Yeah.
I closed the thing because I was done reading it at first, but then I wanted to bring up just in case it's something. Whenever she does damage to something, she can try to charm it. Well, I'm guessing she can't be charmed, but that might be good to stun.
Yeah. I'm heckin' getting it. I'm getting it.
Oh, I was talking to her. My bad.
Looks like I didn't program a thing in for it. So the DC for that for you would be 8 plus prof plus whiz. Your whiz currently is, well, let's do this manually. Your wisdom is currently +2, it looks like. Is it 8? Is it wisdom and not charisma? Hold on.
That's what it says, yeah. On her sheet.
Yeah, it is what it is. Might be a reason to put up your wisdom, I guess. Heckin', so that'd be 8 plus profit, so that'd be 8, 10, 13. So the DC would be 13, so she has to make a wisdom save with a DC of 13. I'll get that right now. I'm gonna warn you, she's probably gonna succeed. Oh, actually.
No.
That Lilith is stunned. As that happens and it hits her, the effect, that one seems to be regarding you with a look of contempt, while also simultaneously seeming very impressed with your actions. The other Lilith doesn't seem to be affected. It seems to be thinking and acting rationally. That one, however, is going to be stunned until and it will not be able to do anything. Whether or not that means anything, whether or not it is a doppelganger, I can't tell you. They, in response to you doing this, you see she takes one knife, she throws it into the air, and as it's spinning in the air, it separates into 2. Coming back down, she catches both between her fingers. You see them split into 4. She throws them into the air again. They begin moving around her, multiplying, until this veritable small army of arcane daggers floats around her, which suddenly shift. Sets of them point towards each of you, everybody except Arden, and they are going to fire at all of you. You're going to make dex saves.
You get it.
Let's go! Do better!
Okay.
Oh! Niccolo gained his style points.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I'm right there with you, Manny.
Those
Except
who...
worse.
Except you have dexterity.
Oh, Hayden.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know. I was like, whoop.
Theo, Emmanuel, Gino, you guys. As they fire, they do not deal damage to you, but as they fire, they strike you in such a way that where they hit and cut into you, though no wound is created, you feel that that area go numb. Those who were hit by that, you're going to be stunned. The Balgora is going to... Balgora is going to attack. Balgora! I just can't speak.
I was stunned on my turn, so I should still be prone as well.
And then
I
throw it
wouldn't
back
have been able to get up.
Throw it back in yourself, man.
I shall.
tries to bite you. You are stunned. You're not stunned now, but it misses. It goes for another attack on you, tries to swing towards you. It still misses you, Gino. It is frantically trying to hit you. Talamonia, guided by Pito, is just blocking everything it does. And it misses the last one, too.
Get that style point, boy.
This creature is quite large and predictable. Also, I apologize for hijacking the lighting in the area. I thought it would be advantageous to focus on those two, given the importance of their conflict.
I'm gonna bonus action double trigger.
All right.
Fucking...
Didn't do it the whole time till now, but now.
I didn't have the style points until now.
You didn't know
I
the
literally got
sound
knocked
was
down,
fair.
lost all of them, and then I gained 5.
Oh, this isn't good.
Gino's been fun.
As it's just sitting there deflecting these attacks one after another, you hear Pito in your head just being like, I'm relatively certain, Gino, that you're not going to find any... There's just a flash of energy beside you as he assumes his devil trigger form. Okay, that might be a problem. I'm applying it. There you go. Got the effect on you.
So I've got 2 questions.
Yes.
First, probably easiest to answer. I've got true sight to 240 feet. What do I see when I look at the Liliths?
Well, is that what you're paying attention to right now? You got a job to do.
I can glance over. It's like, I will do your bidding, master. And then I turn over to Gino? I don't know.
What you would see... You know what? I'm going to send it directly to you, since you wouldn't be in a position to relay it to anybody else.
Cool.
1 second.
Arden, you must not look at her. You must look to Marilee and conquer the Holy Land.
I will do your bidding, master.
Look at all that land.
All that land?
Look at all that land.
Free
Ready
real
for
estate.
ready for discovery.
Because I'm in my double trigger, I get the, my style points act as if they're, however many I started with, right?
Yep.
If I spend 1. So if I spent 1, could I use the Call of the Virtuous Hound just for 1 point from Caliber Hound?
Yes, you can.
I'm sorry,
It's
Gino.
okay. Just take the moment to look at Marilee. She's giving the audience what they want. They want that pit.
A little.
And the artists rejoice.
But
all
I
this
also get
armpit
to
can
use
be
the
yours.
Virtuous Hound. That's cool.
I'm really happy for you.
What is your total level is 8, right? Okay. Where do you want to create it? You can create it within 30 feet.
Right next to Gino.
That's a ball goal. There you go.
Oh,
There
fuck.
it is.
He swings it as he
beautiful.
does. This vortex of crimson energy pours forth from Caliber Hound, and this bloody mist forms itself into the shape of a large wolf that begins prowling behind Gino.
Oh, that's why it's called that.
I guess I'll just use my regular action to attack Gino because I have to.
It seems like you're pretty about killing Gino, I gotta say.
What? No! Die.
That misses.
Damn! I mean, good!
Alright, your little rat boy self all you want. Murder me.
That hits.
Yeah! No, darn. Oh.
He strikes. Gino, you take 16 points of damage, and you are knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that he is unconscious, does the charm effect go away, or?
Nope. You are still charmed.
Okay, what does it want me to do?
You haven't been
just keep
given a.
dealing with Gino?
She cannot issue commands telepathically.
Okay.
So she does need to wait her turn. You do hear in your head, as soon as he's on the ground, you hear,
That lesser succubus is proving to be a bit of a concern. Since you both are of a similar persuasion, focus your energy on her, would you?
Yes,
Kill Marilee.
I can't believe I have to kill Arden.
Shush you. Get out of here.
Good fucking luck.
I'm gonna just mosey on over here.
Oh no.
That Lilith down there is going to take 4 points of damage from the ongoing flames. They're going to be stunned, what was it, until the end of your next turn, Marilee, so they're not going to be able to do anything. However, the other one is going to. Emmanuel, Lilith comes down to the ground, leans down towards you in a very matronly fashion, gets down to you, like crosses her arms in front of her and is like,
You have been a bit of a distraction. I'm going to need you to sit this out, alright?
and she reaches over, she pokes you in the forehead, and she is casting Power Word Stun on you.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Oh my god! Fuck.
You freeze up instantly. And as that occurs, she is then going to move away from you, and that Lilith is going to fly 20 feet up into the air and back up. Nicolo, has she attempted to charm you yet in this fight? I don't believe she has.
She has not.
She is going to look down at you as you continue to attack Lilith. You hear her whispering in your ear.
You are not an interesting part of this conflict, human boy. Could you please calm down and step to the side?
And you are going to have to make a... He succeeds anyways!
I'm a really good wisdom boy.
Hell yeah!
Quiet down, you bitch!
We will try to do an attack and smooch on Arden.
You gonna do Devil's Kiss? 22. Does that hit Arden?
That's the thing. I have an ability that I can use, but I don't want to use it. But would Arden use it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Would you?
And the kiss be in the form of my crotch flying into your face?
Damn!
So the question to ask yourself here, I think that's important, is would you use it if this were a normal enemy?
Yeah, probably. I want to get out of this charm, but I'm charmed. I'm gonna use Call of the Virtuous Hound's reaction ability.
Okay.
If I am targeted by weapon attack, I can cause the hound to teleport.
Is
To
my
me.
crotch and or mouth a weapon?
Devil's Kiss is a weapon attack.
Yes.
Ah, that's dangerous. And it becomes the target instead.
So you would definitely hit it. So Devil's Kiss is damage, aim it at the hound.
Dog comes charmed. Starts mauling Arden.
It actually can't be charmed.
I think I
It's
did
immune.
this wrong. Okay, I did
It can
it.
be stunned.
No, you did it right. You did the 9. It takes 9 damage total because it is resistant to some of that. You hit it. As it appears, Arden moves away, and the red hound made of blood appears in front of him. You hit it instead. It can't be charmed, so there's no point in trying to do the...
It can be stunned.
It can, that's true.
Well,
It nat ones. So drag... It can't be charmed, but could you drag the stunned effect onto it? So it is stunned.
You made your boy be stunned. It's your
Alright.
fault.
You know what? Let's do it again.
And it is going to hit Arden. Arden, please make a wisdom save. You take 21 points of damage.
Wisdom survey.
And you do not escape the charm.
That makes sense.
You do take a ton of damage from being burned, though.
So we're gonna 4th level heal Gino. 17.
Gino, you regain 17 hit points.
Second part.
Gino, it's
stand.
your turn.
Finally, I get a turn. Jeez Louise.
This is your first turn in the fight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's just that.
I
It's just that
stand.
freaking. It's that moment where Thor shows up in freaking Infinity War and just Niccolo. Oh, you guys are fucked now.
I summoned my echo. Heckin'.
Girl.
Yo! I'm putting a style put on the next one.
All right. That one misses.
Yeah.
You attack. That one hits.
It's only the attacks you don't need the style point for that you put the style points into.
Yeah,
You
it's
strike,
style
it
point
brings a
again.
blade down, it hits Lilith. Lilith takes 16 points of damage.
Now we're gonna unleash incarnation.
Okay. She's going to use her reaction.
Make
Oh,
the
no.
ball grow.
I would
just
like you
deck
to please direct this attack
Oh no.
at Emmanuel.
Oh.
Actually, no.
I have a
being tactical,
negative style
Sorry,
point.
being tactical.
Don't
Please
do it. Don't do it.
Directed at Nicolo.
Oh, that's fine.
Here we go.
Say no to that.
I rolled it against Lilith, but that wouldn't hit anyway.
He swings. Niccolo, you appear beside him among all of the various chains. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's happened to me so many times at this point. He's just like ready for like, ah!
The Balgora is going to.
Oh shit!
It's going to try to attack Niccolo.
Now can I do it?
Yes, you can do it now. Go ahead. Roll against him.
Please.
Go somewhere else. Go away.
He fails! So he can't take the attack action. Instead, he's going to cast, instead of doing that, he stops, puts his hands forward, slams them on the ground, and let's see, it's a 20-foot square. He'll include himself in it because he's feeling spicy. Adding on to the chains, he's casting Entangle. These reddish plants that look like they're embering slightly appear, covering the area. Everybody there has to make a strength save.
Of course you didn't!
Theo and Niccolo and the Balgura itself all fail.
I'm sorry, Marilee.
I don't want to have to kill Arden.
I don't want to have to kill Marilee.
You're sitting there bound in place, restrained by Entangle, surrounded by the Serpent of Lust, be like, oh, don't make me come over there!
Because I fucking will.
Alright, some attacks coming at you.
Oh, wait, you're attacking here? My hand's right here. Puck!
So, you hit. As you hit, I'd like to do this in this order.
Oh.
So, yeah, the fire damage from hitting Marilee comes into play.
I get to make another save!
So, first of all, roll your damage against Marilee. That would happen first. Marilee, he leaps towards you, tries to strike you. What a cool thing to imagine this would be. Anyways, he leaps towards you, strikes you. He's going to do some extra lightning damage. Go ahead and hit Marilee with that. Marilee, you take... 23 damage! Arden! Roll, roll the save,
Wisdom
please.
save?
No!
Alright, well, I have to continue.
Logan, question.
Even if it will kill me.
Yes?
I'm gonna style point this, because I'm gonna lose them anyway. Oh, it's a 1!
You got a nat 1!
Fuck!
You miss!
And I lose all my style points!
That means he loses Devil Trigger?
It means that on the beginning of his next turn, it'll drop out of it. Goes for another attack. As he does, you swing the glaive. Marilee jumps up above it. Her heels come down on it, strike the glaive down into the ground. It embeds itself as Marilee does the very anime standing on the tip of the spear moment.
How long is my hound stunned for, by the way?
Until the end of Marilee's next turn.
Till it's done eating my ass.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry.
Alright. That's my turn.
That was very aggressive. I'm sorry.
I love you so much, Anna.
Start of the round.
Bring me such joy.
That Lilith is going to take fire damage. They're going to use their action to become ethereal. That Lilith seems to vanish.
That other Lilith is a flake.
Actually, that would have been their action. They're just going to move away. They fly up farther. They separate themselves from what's going on. Continue observing what's happening. Between turns, Gino. You hear a whispering in your ear.
Oh my
boy.
god.
Just kill me.
Love those.
Do me a favor. Prove you are worth being my pet. Kill that human man beside you.
They are going to be forcing you to make a charisma save.
Put my style point in.
There you go.
You fail.
Gino,
Of course I
don't.
do.
You need to make an attack action against
Gino,
Niccolo.
don't. Gino, don't.
Okay.
Gino, think of all of the good times we had together. They were good to me, Gino!
Here we go!
Niccolo, a blade comes down on you. You are unconscious.
Does he get 2 style?
He does.
So you said take an attack action?
Action, yes. And
Do it.
And you were told to kill him.
I am so sorry.
Do it!
Oh my god. Oh no.
Go ahead and hit the critical button because it's an auto crit. Yeah,
It did it automatically.
There. Make sure 2 failed death saves are clicked on your sheet, please.
Mm-hmm.
Gino's not restrained. I was wondering if you both were. This is unfortunate. That's what this is.
And
Pay for your sins, Niccolo!
No!
It misses.
Oh, no!
oh,
It comes down on you, and as it does, just for flavor's sake, as the first attack comes down, the second one strikes down into Niccolo. Niccolo, you're knocked unconscious. You bring up the blade again, and as you swing it down, just very barely, Theo manages to place her blade at a point and, like, leverage it against the ground so that your blade hits and slides off to the side from Niccolo.
Stop it!
So now it's Niccolo's turn.
Let's go.
Niccolo, please
I need
roll
a
me a
20.
death save.
I need a 20. Get up, Niccolo.
Niccolo, you have a golden orb, do you not?
I do have a golden orb.
I would like you to please roll me 1d100, and if you roll a 1 to 50, it will activate.
we got pizzas going out, Niccolo.
Let's see if it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you go to strike them, you see Niccolo's head turn to the side as his breathing seems to stop. And as he does from to the side, Marilee, you see this. You're aware of this. You hear the giggling of Lilith from up above you as she seems to be ecstatic about what's going on. She nods her head over towards where Niccolo is, and you see this, but as it happens, you also see this faint golden glow coming from one of his pockets and washes over him. I believe this is, yeah, you would regain half your hit points, Niccolo. Please expend the golden orb.
Thank you, golden orb. You were a great addition.
Oh my god.
You are still, however, restrained.
I am restrained. That is a true.
And you still technically get your turn because that all happened at the start.
I'm gonna attack this freaking Balgura because I'm pretty sure he's using magic, and if I hit him, then he's gonna take damage.
It's true. He is. He's also restrained, so as you, like, move to hit him and raise your sword up with, like, the brambles stopping you, you just see him, eyes widen, try to, like, scoot away from you, just like, also held in place.
Let's go.
He's
Don't
like
use
shaking his
magic.
head, no, you're nodding your head, yes, as you raise your weapon up.
Don't use magic
Niccolo,
within
yes!
stabbing distance of Niccolo.
I don't know what that was.
That's
You
a
missed.
13. That's a miss. Hi-yup! Oh my god!
That's a hit.
Oh, it is! Hey! Hi-yup!
You hit him, he takes that damage, he maintains concentration.
I will now bonus action hit him with my other sword.
That's a hit! He succeeds concentration, he takes 18 points of damage.
Because I have that style point, can I look over toward where Marilee and Arden are, and can I use my shroud to teleport over there?
Yeah, sure. Where are you teleporting?
Bam! Right there. That way I get out of this thing, I'm not restrained, and because I'm outside of this, I think I get a style point
You
back.
do, it's true.
Hey!
Hooray!
Just looks back, looks at the Balgura, looks at Lilith, looks back at the Balgura. Oh, who fucking cares about you? And he's gonna fucking have the echo start moving away. Hoping to prop it up.
It doesn't attack the echo.
Okay, well then I move.
It'll attack you.
Okay.
And as it attacks you, it is going to instead attempt to shove you. Please roll me
Actually-
strength. Yes?
If he didn't attack the echo when it moved, echo was right there, he would actually have it move over in this direction. And heckin', he will not move at all, actually. He will just start having the echo start attacking Lilith.
Okay, that is a hit.
Yay! Yay, style point!
As you rush towards it, he strikes it. It is destroyed. You gain a style point because you have destroyed a doppelganger.
Okay, cool, I have 4.
As you hit it, it vanishes. The actual Lilith is currently nowhere to be seen.
Okie doke. Well, then I will take my remaining attack on the Balgura then, because he's the only thing I can see.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You strike towards it. Yeah, you hit. And you kill it.
Oh,
Which means the restraint ends.
Oh, thank fuck.
Arden, my buddy, you do regain those points. However,
Hooray!
you do fall out of Devil Trigger.
Whack! Oh wait, I'm not down. Hooray!
You snap out of
Because
it.
I gained those points. Hooray! Oh, I'm in so much pain.
But you are still up. You are still under the effect. That's technically not damage you just took. You come out of, you come out of being in Devil Trigger. You are still under Lilith's influence.
Well, I will shoot Marilee with my glaive.
Stop it.
And that hits. Marilee, you take 20 points of damage.
My God.
Ow.
Second attack.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This might be it. It hits.
Bang!
Marilee. You are fired at. You would fall unconscious. Unfortunately, that means you would also fall out of Devil Trigger. You would fall 30 feet to the ground, so I'm afraid you would also fail 1 death save automatically.
Could I have turned to Lilith, like where I knew where she'd be, to look for orders, kind of thing?
She can communicate telepathically with you.
Oh, she can. I thought you said she couldn't earlier.
No, she
But
can. That's she can.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like most succubi, they can just maintain giving telepathic commands, like without an action or anything.
But could I still do that?
Arden turns in this direction. He looks at that half of the room.
I'm helping!
He looks super like he's about to stab Emmanuel.
I want to use Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet on Marilee.
Oh my god! You freak!
Remind us what that does.
Oh,
Somewhere Pito is like, I told you, he's a sick fuck. You should have killed him.
Oh look, Gino.
Well,
it's
it's-
the Mundus is happening. You need to stop the Mundusing.
No, it's my reaction to use.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Gino, look, the consequence of your inaction.
So who's Marilee shooting?
I don't know. Fucking, she hasn't given me an order to... So, I guess I won't, then.
If you would do that, and if you were looking for an order, they would tell you to shoot Gino.
Die, Gino.
No, actually, you know what? No, the thematic, I hate to do this, they would definitely tell you to shoot Nicolo.
Die, Nicolo.
I am prone.
Marilee.
Lilith really hates you.
Marilee, I need you to make, as you fall unconscious, the blood curse he's using forces you to make an attack with your gun against Nicolo. I'd like you to roll a revolver attack against Nicolo.
No whammy.
Can you make me
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
You got lucky this time.
I'm kidding, Arden.
I'm sorry.
I'm killing him right now.
I'm sorry. The spot for Nicolo is like your dick soft.
Oh,
What the fuck?
oh shit.
Oh.
Lilith is going to reappear behind Gino.
Oh, hi.
Hi, master.
Son of a bitch. You've outlasted the amount of time I'm giving you to survive.
I'm
As
surprised
they
I made
appear,
it this long.
The serpent of lust is going to go after Fio. So Fio, you're about to have an attack made against you.
Of course it is.
It hits.
Of course it does.
It only makes sense.
You
That'll
take
make sense.
14 points of damage, and you're going to have to make a charisma save.
Let's fucking go.
Fio! Fail. You are paralyzed,
Sexy. Let's go.
and you are bound to the ground.
Sexy. Let's go.
That's the sexiest paralysis you've ever seen.
I'm so hot.
No.
They're going to look beyond you briefly, smile, look back to you, and they're going to take their movement to dart around you,
Oh no.
and they're going after Emmanuel.
No. Oh no.
They're
Yeah,
super
get him, master.
advantage. Yeah, that's not a shock.
They strike.
Advantage versus a 14 AC.
They
Crazy.
hit. Manny, you are now dying. Lilith looks over towards you, Arden. She nods her head back towards Fio, and you get a mental command to go after her. Lilith then turns and looks over towards Nicolo.
I stand up. Bleh.
She is in the air, remember?
Oh, that's true. I don't have any style points to get in the air either. Wait, I have, no, I don't. I can't do that. I guess it's time, Arden. I'm sorry.
Do it. Take him
It's
out.
honestly about
Do it.
time.
I would say this is going to hurt me more than you, but I'd be lying. I'm going to hit you. I would like to non-lethally cut him in twain with Machiavelli's pain.
Gotcha.
Nice alliteration.
That hits. Roll damage.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up.
Arden, you reduce it down to 3.
You son of a bitch!
How'd you reduce
Attack him
it?
again!
How'd you reduce it that much? Hold on.
Is it his?
Oh, it's because I'm resistant to slash.
Is it
Do it again.
I'm hitting him again!
Arden versus this party. Actually,
You know what?
In this moment, the
You know
party.
what? I'm lethally done.
This fight is the party learning how lethal everyone else in the party is. That hits. Roll damage.
Non-lethal.
I hope you roll minimum. Oh, that'd be so funny.
Arden, you are unconscious. Arden, hold on. Actually, before we do that one, Arden, for the first
yeah,
set of
sure.
damage, could you roll a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You go! All right. Take it back. You're back at 3. That attack didn't happen. You hit Arden. You have a second of it only kind of scraping him. He doesn't even totally get cut by it. And you just have a moment like, what in the world are you made of?
I just lift my blade again. He's like, no.
No. He just looks.
Wait, I'm on your side now. What the hell?
Like I believe that. I'm kidding.
Shit.
Gotta be sure.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I didn't have to use my bonus action to fucking kill you. Now, Arden! Now!
Arden, you and your puppy.
Did I get my...
The puppy
thing
might
back?
actually have to do something.
You got the ability to use Devil Trigger back.
Fuck it, I use it.
I mean,
I've
hold
got
on.
5 points.
Just to the side as you miss, there's a sudden flash of demonic energy as he returns into Devil
I'm
Trigger.
real sick and tired of you, Lilith. I'm a fucking get her.
Go ahead and
I want
attack.
to. And this isn't an illusion, just to make sure.
Nope, this is her.
All right, good. I'm a getter.
Fuck her up, dude.
And I will style point this. So I spend 1 and I gain 5.
Becomes 5.
Caliber Hound, here we go.
As you attack and you hit, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. Bam!
Wave comes up, strikes her as it pierces through her chest. There is a sudden silence, a sharp... And after a moment, her head having knocked back from the attack, it falls forward. Her eyes lock onto you. And you see a look of surprise and almost anticipation on her face as she looks towards the blade, and she puts one of her hands on the glaive. And then her eyes go up, meet yours. And as you see the lights exiting them,
I have not felt Mundus's demonic energy in a long time. Whether or not it is Veilfar who takes over the human world, or Mundus returns through you and does it, it sounds equally fun.
Fuck
With
off.
that,
I
how
pull
do
the
you wanna
trigger and just
act?
blow her head off.
wouldn't blow her head off, the blade's in her chest, but you pull the trigger. As you do, it shoots through her. She is blown back. Her body falls to and slides along the ground. You see a trail of blood left behind it. As Marilee, though you had overcome it, the feeling of her presence in your head disappears as her body seems to begin ashing away, taking on a completely colorless form for a moment, and then slowly begins dissolving, purplish energy slowly eating away at Lilith's body.
Randy.
Lilith. And not Lilith. What a weird thing I just said. Anyway, roll me...
They're the same person. It's
Roll me
fine.
a perception check, so you'd see it and be able to react. As you look over towards it, as everyone has a brief moment of trying to collect themselves despite Manny's condition, you notice that on her body, as it begins to ember away, you notice the Serpent of Lust is not on her. And you notice this just in time to feel a coiling around you as you see it still beginning to form, and it's still acting despite having lost her. I'd like you to roll a dexterity save.
Turns out that it's actually a parasite, and now I have worms.
As you do, you notice it as it begins to coil around you. You feel a tightening on your arm. As you look down, you see it appear, bind itself down, and begin to tighten on it to the point that it almost feels like it's cutting off blood flow, like you feel like it might break your arm. As the bladed end of it goes onto you, wraps around your arm, coils up like a scorpion stinger, and looks like it is about to strike into you. As it is about to, it strikes down towards you, and you see it stop just before your eyes. You feel some blood get drawn out of your arm. The soft flicker of light that comes from inside the connecting chain segments, the small bit of demonic energy that links each one, slowly shifts in color to match the same flames that you had, and then the entire thing seems to ember and burn away and vanish, but you can still feel it connected to you.
And
Despite
now I
being
fall like a
invisible.
sack of potatoes.
And you fall.
Yeah.
You
just-
feel its presence, you feel a telepathic connection with this thing that is, in fact, a parasite. That is bound to you.
Worms! The worms!
As
Another reason to never be with Nigolo. I have worms.
As having lost Lilith, it appears to have bound itself to the thing that is the closest to them, nearby.
Theo!
I'm okay. Help Manny.
Theo's gonna run over to Manny. I'm gonna try to medicine check Manny.
That's a success. Manny is stabilized. Which
The
takes us
Most
out.
important role of today.
Which takes us out of initiative.
I'm still unconscious. I'm just
Yeah,
stable.
you're just stable.
Yeah, I would as soon as I'm able to, I would just move the healing spirit over to Manny.
Manny, you regain that many hit points.
And at that point, I would just be over with Marilee because, some weird parasite just attached to her and then disappeared.
Yeah, Theo would like pull Manny kind of like onto her lap and just kind of hug him.
We all right?
I don't know. Are you hurt? What was that thing?
Painful. Painful. Ow. It's very painful. I guess the best way I can summarize it is that Lilith gave me the clap.
Marilee.
More like worm. Okay, more like worm.
Ooh.
It
Gross.
was bound to
If you can
happen
make jokes, you're fine.
I am alive. I think.
Manny.
Fighting demons is hard.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my kind suck.
So does a lot of ours. What's important now is we get Gino over to whatever that device is. Again.
As you look towards the command center room, I'm going to consider this mission concluded.